Hello Facebook friends, I hope you're having an amazing day today. It's beautiful weather again here on the Gold Coast. I seem to be saying that a bit lately, but we can really feel that change in the warmth compared to a few weeks ago with it being a bit cooler. So it is lovely weather here, and I just wanted to check in with you all today and see if you're feeling lonely. Do you feel like you're the only one that's struggling with your health? Do you feel like you're the only one that is feeling the way that you're feeling in your health condition? So the reason I wanted to talk about this today, hi Ara, hi Michelle, great to see you. The reason I wanted to talk about this today is in the last week or so, I've had quite a few clients express to me that they really do feel like they're alone. As part of the process of helping them move forward, we need to discuss what's holding them back. And a lot of them actually did feel like they were the only ones feeling the way that they are, feeling that they didn't know how to move forward, I suppose, held back a little bit because they thought they were the only ones in life feeling as bad as they are feeling, or feeling like they can't move forward. So when you're feeling alone and isolated like that, you do feel isolated. You do feel like you're almost a victim to the condition, the health condition that you've got. You feel like no one else understands what you're going through. You feel like you can't see the path, and no one else knows the path to help you get back to health. And so all of that creates quite a negative kind of situation and holds you back from your health. So hi Anjanette, it's great to see you again. It's good to see you online again. Love seeing you every week. So what I wanted to talk about was, I suppose, lifting the lid on that so that you don't feel so alone, that there are other people around you that do feel like you feel, that can acknowledge how you're feeling and what's going on there. So can you identify with any of this? Can you identify that you're feeling, if you are feeling a health condition, that you're feeling a bit stuck, that no one else knows what's happening? Even if it's not a health condition, it might be that you're the only one that's in your circumstances. It might be that you're the only one that feels like you live the life you do. So it's whatever it is in your life or in your health that's going on. So one particular client I wanted to address today and bring up as an example is a young boy that I had last week on Saturday, and he's been struggling with his health for a while. There's a bit of a chronic viral infection going on, and it really does undermine his health. And he's a lovely young man who struggles to live a normal teenage life. And when I spoke with him on Saturday, he was feeling like he was the only one that was doing it. All of his mates were still going to school, they were still loving life. And he wasn't quite able to do that. He wasn't able to do what everyone else was doing. Can you identify with that? So can you identify that you may be stuck in your life somewhere and not able to experience what everyone else feels? So even though I'm talking about a young teenage boy here, this story can reflect for everyone. So he was feeling quite down. I've been working with him over several months, getting him back, and he's a lot better than where he was when he first started coming to see me. But he's had a little bit of a setback. He got a bit of an infection going on with the winter flus going around, and it's just set him back a little bit. But he felt in his mind, he felt like he had gone back a lot. And the truth is that he hasn't, and the reality is that he hasn't. He's definitely not back where he was 6 months ago. But in his mind, he felt like he was the only one and that he was taking a step back. And when I discussed with him about ways that he could look at, or what he could do in his life to feel like he wasn't alone, I gave him an example of another client of mine who's also a teenager, but she's a female teenage girl. She's been struggling in the same sort of situation as him, and I explained a few of the circumstances about her. Obviously still with privacy, I don't explain everything that's going on, but explained a few things, and his face changed. It was great to see that there was almost like his face just softened and it changed, and it was like he had a glimmer of hope in his eyes and a connection to that person that he didn't know anything about except for the story that I was telling him. He still felt like he was no longer alone and that there was a way out because someone else was feeling the way he was feeling. I also spoke to him about some of my other clients that have gone on the same ways, that maybe aren't teenagers like those two are, but are adults and still feeling the same way. So it is about having an understanding that you're not alone in this world, that there are other people having a similar experience to you, and that there are ways out of whatever you're experiencing at the moment. So this is where social media can be a great connection. Sometimes we can't look in amongst our own people that we know for help, but we can identify with other people on social media. So there are groups around that you can identify with, or something like on with this, that you might find this story really helps and really resonates with you to be able to get you out of where you're feeling. And it's like I said, it's not just about having a health condition. So I myself have felt a bit alone at some stages, not due to my health or anything, but due to the situation. Being the wife to a lovely husband that has MS and does struggle with it at times, I know he feels alone in his health journey with how his MS is going. But also, like I said, for myself, sometimes I feel like I'm alone in the situation that I've got. So being the working mum, still having to, or tending to my beautiful kids, and then working the business and dealing with his health issues, sometimes I have felt alone. And it was when it really resonated with me was when I went to a workshop once, and we got asked for our story. So I gave a bit of my current scenario and my story, and it was so great that one or two other women stood up and said, this is my story and this is what's going on. And at that moment, it really shone to me that I wasn't the only one feeling that. And it's just amazing that it gives you that little bit of glimmer of hope. And that's all you need to then change your thought processes and turn this whole process around. Because when you are feeling like you're alone, like I said at the beginning, you may not feel like you can see the way forward. You may not see the path that's moving forward for you to get out of that situation. Or you may not see the people and the connections that you can make to help you on your journey and on your path that you're wanting to go on. So what can you do if you're feeling alone? What can you do in your own life to get you some of that connection? Do you think that you could look on Facebook, look on your social media, find groups that might be the same relevance to what you're at? So it might be a mum's group, or it might be a men's group, or it might be the specific illness that you've got. You might look up the group to do with your specific illness. But a word of warning, if you're going onto those social media groups, please pick one that's positive. Please pick one that doesn't just whinge about their symptoms and how they're feeling, but that boosts you up and gives you great tips and practical advice to move forward and to keep you moving forward. So it might have inspirational quotes on there. It might have little tips of things that you can do in your life to help pick you up. If it's a group that they all just whinge about how bad they're feeling, it's going to pull you back down into that doldrums of feeling alone and not feeling like you can get out of the space that you're in. So definitely look for some groups. Ask people on your friends around, you that they might have some kind of group that you can join. You definitely can join the group that we've got going that can help empower you and keep you going forward. You might find that you can speak to someone. So your friends or family members might know someone else that feels the same way you do. Like I said, when I was speaking to this lovely boy on Saturday, he probably didn't realize that I had other clients that felt the same as him. So speaking to people that might be able to give you that connection. Speak to practitioners. They've got a lot of, we, that's me included, have a lot of stories about other clients that are going through similar things that you are. And so we can always give you, with keeping privacy of course, give you an idea of other people that are going through what you're going through and what they're doing to help with themselves, or what they're doing and what's working for them. But like I said, it's about keeping that positivity and that mindset. The more that you feel like you can connect with someone else and that you feel like you're not alone, the more you're going to be able to get out of that space of where you're at. Hi Danielle, and great to see you there. So connect. You're not the only one. Find other people around you. Connect with them. Voice how you're feeling. Voice how you're going through your life, the symptoms that you've got or the situations that you've got, because I can guarantee you that you will find other people that can identify with how you're feeling. And that identification really helps to empower you so that you can move forward. So I hope these tips have helped you so that you're not feeling so alone today. Like I said, if anyone needs any more support, that kind of thing, we've got our group, our Facebook group, the Empowered Women Connection. If you're looking for someone to help talk you through the processes, I'm definitely here to be able to help you out and give you guidance on how you can move forward. But please remember to keep looking forward. Don't feel like you're isolated and alone and there's no way out, because there's always a way out. It's just a matter of looking outside that box that you're in at the moment and seeing that there are other people out there and that they're making the changes, they're living their life. It's just one step at a time. So I really hope that I've been able to touch your heart today with some of these tips and how you're feeling. And I really look forward to hearing, if there is anyone, hearing how you've got through this so that might help other people. So post, comment below, give love hearts, those kinds of things. And the more love hearts we get on this, the more people are going to understand and realize that they're not alone. They're not the only ones. So if you don't want to comment on your own situation, give love hearts. That'll be great because that'll create the community. If you do want to post a comment about how you're feeling or how you've been able to move forward, please comment below this or with this video so that we can all see what's going on and we can help each other. That's going to be the main thing, is that we can all help each other and we can all move forward. No one's alone in all of this. And I really look forward to seeing or hearing how you're all going with that and how you're feeling connected and supported. I'm Teresa Todd. I'm a naturopath, biochemist, microbiologist, and I thank you for joining me today and watching this. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.